Hello Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. I'm Ethan, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition
Dungeons and Dragons show!
We'll do some announcements and a recap for all of you, but before we dive into all of that good stuff, we will go ahead and do some player introductions.
Hi, I'm Aster. I play Ember's White Ash, the Tabaxi Sunsoul Monk.
Hi, I'm Kay, and I play Lady Elwyn Amalos, who is an elvish Circle of the Land druid.
Hi, I'm Gabo, and I play Art, the Dragonborn Battlemaster Fighter.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I play Vert, the Changeling Armorer Artificer.
Thank you, everyone. So those announcements. We premiere our episodes on Mondays on YouTube at 7 p.m. Pacific Time. Throughout the campaign, we use a variety of custom items, monsters, species, all that fun stuff, so be aware of that as you're watching. The character portraits, which were done by an artist named Zyra Brittany, who goes by @ZylaV on Twitter, are things that you will see all over our layout once we switch to it. I said that in a weird way because my brain. If you need a refresher on anything that's going on in the campaign, you can check out our campaign wiki at World Anvil. You can also find us on our socials, where our handle is Antiheroes Anonymous. Everything I just mentioned and more is down in the video description, including some links to trans rights, Black Lives Matter, and Stop Asian Hate resources. And finally, we just hope you enjoy the show, share with your friends, and come back to watch some more. So with all of that said, let's roll the intro video.
My brain!
And welcome back. Previously on Antiheroes Anonymous, the Silver Seekers have been in the city of Fularith, which is currently caught in a 10-hour time loop that ends with the city's destruction. 4 loops in, they've recovered Vale, a dragon from Emperor Stratos' time, who is in the form of a magical staff. She can help the Seekers end the time loop by completing the League of Terror's botched ritual to summon Lythura, the lightning primordial. They will also have the aid of Scotty, a frost giant cast out from the League, as well as Legate Aaron Deeproot, who entered the time loop on orders from the Emperor. However, Aaron's loyalties are a little bit uncertain, now that she may have learned Vert's true identity from his treacherous aunt Isabella. It has been an eventful 4 loops, and this is not the end. We left off last session with the group of you in Aster, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the 4 p.m. hour.
Yeah, that's what I got.
4 p.m. to 5 p.m. hour, where the group of you are regrouped with Aaron on the main island, the central island of this city, and taking a short rest for this hour. So, since it's a short rest, I will turn it over to you, and you can tell me how you want to go about this. Like, what sort of location do you want to find for your short rest? We'll start there.
Didn't we sort of take a short rest across from the same temple recently?
The Temple of Stormhouse?
Yeah.
I think we were in the clock tower.
You're right, you're right. That's
the
what
first time.
Clock Tower, yeah.
I feel like we would go to
Probably
the
do
temple.
that.
The clock tower again?
Oh, you went to the clock tower?
Well, the clock tower is an easy landmark for Erin to find us, so we could have told her to meet us there.
But
Yeah,
I thought we told her to meet us at the temple.
But yeah, we did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So,
Just worried if we go to the temple ahead of time, it's going to change the flow of
yeah.
events.
Is there somewhere nearby where we can just...
Yeah, I mean,
tea house or something?
Yeah, there would be tea houses and places like that you could go. There's also like even here on the map. Oh, you can't see it because I haven't brought you over on Roll20, but on the central island, there's a big open park area with like grass and trees that you could go to. And it wouldn't be very crowded right now because it is very dark and gloomy and lightning stormy outside.
How restful would it be really to be in the middle of a storm outdoors?
The interesting thing about this storm, though, is there's not rain and there's not a lot of wind. It's just dark clouds and lightning strikes. But the lightning strikes are all centered on the tower.
Yeah, we could hit the park, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine. As good as anything, I think.
Sure.
Okay. In that case, I will turn it over to you as the group of you kind of come into this park. And it's a very, green and well-maintained park. There's, hedges there that are, trimmed into all kinds of different shapes and things like that. There are... clusters of trees that are placed very intentionally and artistically. There's gazebos and benches and all kinds of just places that you could settle down in this park to rest. So it's not hard to find.
I feel like a park would help put Aaron at ease too.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you want to? You can't do anything major during a short rest, but anything you want to do while you're resting, conversations you want to have?
I do want to ask Art if it's possible for me to talk to him while I lay.
Oh yeah, I would pull out the staff, bring her up.
Yeah, so Embers is holding the staff and is not really sure what to do and just hi, hello?
You hear the voice appear in your mind, just like it did a little bit when she was projecting to all of you back in the horde itself. And you hear her voice say, "Hello, Embers. Do you want to speak just to me, or do you want your friends to hear as well? I can speak to all of you at once if you wish."
Yes, this might be a group conversation. Do I need to talk out loud? Can you hear me if I don't?
You should, at least for the benefit of your friends.
That's true. Right, so, I've been thinking about what you told us in the Horde about, what needs to happen at the tower.
Yes.
I think you're wrong about the nature of time.
You sense amusement from her, and she says, "Oh, how's that?"
Well, you've told us that all of this is repeating because of this one fracture point, and that can't change. But we've seen lots of things change over the course of these 10 hours. We've done lots of different things. We've changed things leading up to the event. We've saved Scotty, we've saved Mantis, we've rescued you from the Horde, we've done this, that, and the other, tried a bunch of different things. Why is it just that one thing that can't change?
It's because the thing that is producing this bubble is that event. The things around it are incidental, in a sense. The event happened to produce the bubble, and so the event has to happen.
Okay.
But things around that can change. Does that make sense?
Not
Even if time is flowing normally, there's infinite threads of possibility that are woven together into a single strand that becomes what actually happens. Correct? Think of it that way. Each one of these things you change is one of those strands, but it all needs to funnel through that one point. Because that point has already happened, and that is the present.
That's...
And also the past.
I mean, the metaphor is sort of familiar ground for me. I am on the seamstress myself.
Oh, you probably will spot my lack of knowledge in that regard then, but I've never picked up needles myself, but that's just the way I've heard it described, is threads.
But the thing about threads is that if you use different color threads, you'll have a different color fabric. You know, if I use red and blue, then I'll have a red and blue shirt.
Yes, and I think with the way you're thinking of it, the way to put it is this. You may change the color of the shirt, but you will always produce a shirt.
I see.
We can't change the shirt into pants.
I see. I guess that kind of makes sense.
Does it? I've never worn clothing, so I'm not sure.
No, I don't know. I thought maybe there was an out, but if you're right, then I guess you're right.
If you can think of something else to try, it could be worthwhile, but
I don't even really know.
With the knowledge that I have, I fear it is our only option.
All right, then. Yeah, that was all I ever wanted to do.
Okay.
Remind me, the end of last episode, we did the reveal that maybe Aaron knows about Vert and Night Mantis was something only Elwyn figured out because of a high insight check.
Elwyn had a high enough insight check to catch that her eyes
flickered over
to Vert at a telling moment.
Okay. Then I think just so that everyone's on the same page, Elwyn has not said anything about that to anyone yet. She's keeping that to herself.
Okay.
I think, during the short rest, maybe Elwyn will sit with Aaron and just try to get to know her a little bit.
Okay. Aaron, I think, probably has... is keeping Viren kind of close to the ground after the incident of the last loop, where he was struck by lightning. So she probably would have brought him down with her into the park rather than having him circle above or anything like that. So I think you see that he's like settled down in this like manicured, maintained copse of trees, and his green scales are like this kind of like dappled forest green with like browns in them as well. And so when he hunkers down into the trees, he becomes almost invisible.
That's cool.
So much so that like occasionally people will stroll by that path of trees, and he will growl at them a little bit, and they go like yelling and running off. But yeah, I think she comes and settles down closer to where the group of you are. And she, I think, probably puts her hands like on the ground, and you would watch as like roots come off of her hands and kind of like embed into the ground, and that is accompanied by, again, like a glowing green in these bracers that she wears on her wrists. And she just kind of like settles on the ground and in like a cross-legged posture with her hands literally like taking root in the grass and the soil, and closes her eyes, and then you kind of come up and what do you say?
Yeah,
Spoil it all.
That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I think I turn around and walk away now. I think Elwyn will kind of just like, what do I know about dryads? I mean, my kingdom has some ties to the Fae. I have some familiarity with fairy, but
yeah, I would say
from the House of Druids.
You could roll an Arcana check with advantage. I think that's a good place to start.
At least you're good at it.
Yeah, but now I'm not going to be because you said that. Let's see, Arcana.
As long as you don't use my dice.
No, I'm staying away from those. These two. Arcana check with advantage. Ooh. 24.
It's pretty good. Dryads are, to your knowledge, they are, like you suspect, they are fey creatures. They, within the fey realms themselves, are like guardians and caretakers of forests and trees, and just kind of the magic of those forests and trees within the fey realms. So much so to the extent that they are generally bound to one tree, or in, I suppose, rare occasions, maybe like a group of trees. And they can leave that tree and wander the vicinity around it, but generally not very far. They're generally kind of bound to a specific area. What else would you know? I'm just looking at the entry in the monster manual for dryads. They can be elusive and shy, but also sometimes they're the complete opposite of that. Just, you know, just with like any fae, you can't... Yeah, with people, and especially with fae, like, it's kind of hard to pin them down to one thing. Like, for example, a dryad might be perfectly gentle one moment, and then you do something that they perceive as dangerous to their tree or group of trees, and all of a sudden they are fiery vengeance, right? But yeah, they're very in tune with like plants and animals, and the magic of their domains. But sorry, on your 24, since you rolled high, you also know that like you know enough about dryads to tell that like Erin is breaking enough of like the common traits of dryads that she cannot really be a true dryad. Like, she is all this way away from her home, right, as the legate of Nearest, which a normal dryad probably wouldn't be able to do. And you can see like dryads are a little bit ageless, but she has you know, she's not old, but she has like signs of aging and things like that. So
okay. Yeah, then I think Ellen will very quietly step up to her, and not wanting to disrupt her too much, but if she like opens an eye or something at the sound of her approach.
I think her bracers glow green, and like a small seat of roots grows out of the ground for you. And she does open an eye and says, "You can sit. I'm not meditating or anything, just relaxing."
I don't mean to intrude, but I'll come and sit. And I think Ellen will just kind of run her hands through the grass in front of her, and cast Druidcraft as she does, just like infusing it with a little bit of her nature magic and like seeing it flourish a little bit more, trying to put some of that energy back in, maybe as a contribution to whatever energy Erin is trying to tap into. And Ellen will say, "It's unusual to see one of your kind so far away from your home."
Yes, and I'll be honest, it feels very strange. I've never left my home before this trip. And she kind of like pulls one of her hands out of the ground so that she can like touch the patch that you've made flourish a little bit. And she says, "The flight here was so long, and then after that, the whole ordeal with that first day, that first loop, I feel like this is the first moment I've had to sit in nature in days."
Same.
Are you? And she kind of like notes your ears, I think, and you can see that she has slightly, like she's got pointed elvish ears as well. And she says, do your people all practice the same sort of magic as you?
Not all of us, but a good number, yes. Well, it's slightly different, but it's the same theories.
She says, it feels different from what I can do. And she kind of like holds up the hand and like the bracer glows. But it feels good. It has a very pleasant sensation to it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. I'm curious about your magic too. How did you come about those bracers?
They are something of a badge of my office.
I expected as much. What do they help you with?
Well, for one thing, they're the reason I can stray so far from home, because they connect me back to it.
I see.
She looks over in the direction of the tower and she says, my home is the location of a well of power similar to the one in this city, I think. And these bracers, and she kind of like runs her hand up and down them. Mm-hmm. They are a conduit to that well of power.
I see. It's a powerful artifact indeed. You must be very well trusted.
Well, it was something of a condition, as I understand it, long ago when Nearest first joined the Empire. It was something of a condition of our joining that a daughter of the Seven Trees would be instilled to look after the forests of Nearest for all times.
Have I heard of the daughter of the Seven Trees before?
I don't think so, because it's
Nearest specific.
It's Nearest specific, and it's not like
okay.
Elven or Druidic or anything like that.
Okay.
You could roll a history check if you want, probably at disadvantage though.
Yeah, I mean, sure, with very low expectations. Well, even with disadvantage, what is my history score? 22?
22.
Even with disadvantage.
You know enough about the Empire to know that Seven Trees is the name of the capital of Nearest. You don't know a lot of it just because you're not from here.
Right.
But you've, just in like conversations with people, because you go around Amberhearth and talk to all the people and things like that.
Yeah.
You've picked up on a few facts about it. It is a city that is kind of built into and around the trunks of 7 gargantuan ancient tree ants.
Wow.
Who kind of like have, over the years, melded together to an extent. And then the city is kind of built up to and into that. And the roots of it actually are said to, you don't know if this is true or not, but are said to spread throughout all of Nearest.
Oh, cool.
But, and again, this is sort of rumor, people who travel to and from it swear that its position shifts ever so slightly every now and again as the tree ants kind of like move it around a little bit in the forest. Again, don't know if that's true or not, but it is something that the rumors claim.
You know, I'm not originally from the Empire, but when I read about your hometown, it is one of the places I'd most like to visit here. It sounds wonderful.
Based on what I've seen of your magic, I think you would fit in quite nicely. Yeah.
I get the same impression. Can you tell me, does the roots really spread through the whole city?
Through the whole state, even.
Wow. And does it really move?
Well, it shifts and sways as all plants do. I don't think it's to the extent that people claim. It's not impossible to find. It does have a rather defined location on a map. But yes, on the edges, by inches and feet here and there, year by year, it does shift or grow in different directions.
That's amazing.
It's a living thing, so it does what living things do.
Can I ask you something about yourself?
Roll an insight check.
Sure. Oh, yeah. You can hide nothing from me.
Yeah.
This is not a natural 20, but it's a natural 19. So on insight, let's do some quick math. 32.
Yeah. You.
Jesus Christ.
You can hide nothing from me.
You know that, like, just asking that question has set her on a back foot. She's not used to having people, like, take an interest in her at all. And she says, I guess.
I don't mean to startle you with my question.
No, it's fine. It's just
I find you fascinating.
strange.
I mean, you can tell that I'm someone who appreciates nature, and I find it really interesting and surprising to find a dryad who's willing to travel so far away from home. What brought you here?
Well,
I mean, I know you were ordered to come here, but
my mother is a dryad, but my father is elven.
I see.
And maintaining your 32 insight,
Yeah.
You can see as she says that there's a little bit of, like, there's like a little wince as she says that.
About which part?
The
The father?
Just the whole thing.
Just the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm honest, I never would have come this far from Seven Trees of my own volition. It is very strange for me to be this far away, but there's never been someone in my position before me who was capable of it. And when the request comes from the Emperor himself, it must be honored.
I see. I'm sorry, for what it's worth. This is a dangerous place to be sent to.
I appreciate that. If I'm honest, I feel very out of my depth.
Yeah. We do too, sometimes. I mean, you have clearly more familiarity with the power of these things than we do. Given that you're wielding it on your arms. But what I mean to say is you know what we're up against. You must.
I wish that I did. No, unfortunately, I'm very new to these. I think that you and your friends probably know more about what we're heading into than I do. I'll do what I can to help, but... She shakes her head. Well, I'll do what I can.
Well, we appreciate it. We'll do what we can to keep you and your dragon alive, so you can go home.
She kind of looks over at Viren. And I think you can tell with your 32 insight that she is very much eyeing, like, because he has like lingering injuries from being struck by lightning. She's eyeing that, and she just says, "Thank you. I would not see him more injured than he already is if it can be avoided."
Do you mind if I take a look at him?
If he will let you near, he may not. He can be wary.
I'll be careful.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check as you approach Viren.
Not animal handling?
He's not an animal.
He's basically a big puppy. Persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a 1, but it was an 11. Phew, 19.
19. I think, like, as you approach, there is a little bit of a...
Wait, can I guide myself?
Do you want to guide yourself?
Yeah.
That's allowed.
As I walk over. Okay, so that's a 23.
There's a little bit of a, like, there is that growling and kind of, like, lowering of his neck as you approach, where he gets into kind of, like, a defensive hunter's position.
I think Ellen will just kind of put her hands up. She'll put her staff in the grass down. She'll walk up with her hands just raised. Hi there. I just want to take a look at your injuries. I want to see if maybe I can help. I'm not going to hurt you. May I take a look? I won't touch if you don't want me to touch.
He kind of like looks at you for a long moment. Just like you can tell these eyes are like studying you and reading your body language. And he says, "Fine."
I think as he's looking, she'll like lower herself to like be sitting in the grass in front of him, hands still up.
Very well. And he like extends a wing out towards you, the one that has like scorch marks and things on it still. Look if you will, heal if you can. I'm not one to turn down such a favor when it's offered.
I'll see what I can do. And yeah, I take a look at it. Does it look like it's something that can be healed by normal means?
It looks like it's already healing, because like they've had a short rest and he's recovered hit points and things like
right.
that. It's already on the mend.
Right. If there's like a healing word or something I can sprinkle on it to
you
finish
could.
the process.
It wouldn't. Yeah, you could probably fully heal it the rest of the way with a little bit of application of healing magic if you wanted
then
to.
I'd like to do that. I'll just pop a first level one.
Okay.
And start pulling snowflakes just out of thin air, swirling them, and having it kind of swirl around his injuries and cool them, and they start to glow slightly, like the very pale blue.
I think there's kind of like a relieved like sensation as like you close the last bit of wound, and the last signs of the burn marks kind of fade from his wing, and he like brings it back to his sides. Much better. You can tell Erin that I am very grateful to you, if that would help your standing with her.
I appreciate that, but I did this for you, not for her.
I think he rolls an insight check. He rolled a... Well, let me check what a green dragon's insight score is. He rolled low.
Does it beat a 24?
No.
And Ellen's really hard to read.
Yeah, he looks at you and kind of... You can tell he's skeptical of that, but he...
Ellen's just smiling sweetly.
He snorts, and this cloud of green gas comes out of his nostrils, and then he snaps at a bird that flies overhead, and turns himself away from you.
Oh, he's a tsundere. Got it. Yeah, so Ellen will just, I think, go back over to Aaron and sit, and he's a fascinating dragon. Have you had him since he was an egg, or was he inherited?
Hold on, I actually need to check on that. That's a good question.
Just gonna get her whole backstory just in this moment while we're putting off going to the tower as long as we possibly can. Aster's complaining silently in the corner. Let's go.
Give me just a second. He is an adult dragon, which means he is... yeah, she says he and I have been together for a long time, but it's only within recent memory, relatively speaking, for those of us. And she kind of seems to be including you in those of us who are so long-lived. Yes, we've been together since he was young. But he... Even now, he can be a enigmatic companion sometimes.
I get that sense.
He's at his happiest, I think, when he can roam the forests and have no other responsibilities.
Me too. Strangely enough. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. And if you need anything, just let me know, alright?
She kind of looks around at the entire group, including you, and says, I am feeling very fortunate to have encountered the group of you here. So I will do that. And of course, the offer goes likewise. If I can help in any way, the faster we can end this disaster and save the people of this town and get back to our homes, I think the better. Especially if what you said about this league's aims are true. I feel a bit anxious being away.
That's true. Who's to say they won't be coming after the Nexus in your home next?
She nods and says, precisely. I haven't been able to get that fear out of my mind ever since you said it.
Well, they do come for you. We'll be there. But let's get through this first.
Agreed.
I'll let you finish your rest, and then maybe in a few we can reconvene and start actually making a plan.
Yeah, I think she probably gets up and goes over to Viren at that point and tries to get him to stop growling at passerbys.
Yeah. Cool. Did you want to do something during the rest?
I need a reminder. So, did Aaron and Viren, they went to the tower in the previous loop, right?
Yes, they tried to fly to the top and Viren got struck by lightning.
Okay.
During a short rest.
But they didn't actually, infiltrate the tower
No.
at all.
Nope. They flew around it and tried to go up, but then the lightning strikes were too many and too frequent, and they couldn't make it to the top.
And Scotty was at the top of the tower.
Mm-hmm. At some point.
Do we know if she was like... And she told us about... She or the... What was the other giant? The
Death Giant?
Death Giant, yeah.
One
of them told us about, like, the entryway.
Yeah, Beardja.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, right.
Beardja.
Yeah, I think I can't remember if it was Scotty or Beardja, but one of them told you need, like...
Giant
blood with, like, willing intent to be able to enter the tower.
Right. I'm trying to decide if I spend this short rest changing my armor model to, like, Infiltrator, but I feel like we're just in for a fight.
I think if we go through the front door, we're definitely in for a fight.
Yeah, so maybe I'll stay with the way it is.
Sorry. Continue.
Yeah, the only other thing I would do is, let's see, when we have Night Mantis now, right? Because we got her the very first hour. I'll probably check in with Night Mantis a little bit, and then also while Elwyn is talking to Aaron, can I roll, like, some type of check to see if I can recognize the bracers that Aaron has?
Recognize them in what way? Like, identify...
Am I familiar with, like, just familiar with them in any sense?
So, like, in, like, a historical sense, or do you, like, want to know what they might do? Okay, then, like a history
check. Like if they're a Vogma treasure?
Or if they were used against Vogma, or, like, if it's, like, another known powerful artifact from a different place, or... that's... 18.
18. Well, we've already established she and Viren were not at the sacking of Vogma, so they weren't used against Vogma in that incident for sure. What you would know about them from a historical perspective? I'll say they don't look like the sort of like arcane construction as like a lot of magic items that like you're used to seeing or like your father would have researched in his lab. The thing that they seem most related to, honestly, if anything, and I think this becomes pretty apparent to you pretty quickly, is they seem like almost another application of Vogma's guardian constructs. Those were done by like taking that nexus point and putting it into a construct and then like subduing that nexus with a constant exertion of will, right?
Yeah.
This is different in the sense that it's like rather than taking the nexus and putting it in a different place, it's like forged a remote connection to the nexus in a sense. So like the nexus itself is still where it is and all of that, but this is almost like it almost appears to be like a remote access to the power.
That seems crazy.
Yeah, it is a little bit. But that's why I'm saying it doesn't look like modern magical item creation that
like
you'd
not
be
a
used
matter
to.
of
Like,
artifice, it's something else.
Yeah, this is something else.
Yeah. Okay. So I think he like takes a
There's
keen
like a more
interest.
like primal power to them.
Yeah, definitely takes a keen interest in these bracers, but otherwise, yeah, check in with Night Mantis, and then also like keep an eye out at the kind of like keep watch on like the Chancellery Isle to see if Isabella's making any movements?
Roll a perception check for that.
Okay. 24.
From here, kind of in the central island, in the center of the central island, you can't really see the Chancellery Isle, but you can look in that direction and watch the skies.
Yeah.
And you don't see, over the course of this long rest, any sign of Isabella or her dragon taking to the skies.
Okay.
Yes?
No, go ahead. Finish.
I was just going to say, when you go to check in with Night Mantis, is there any particular way that you start that conversation? If not, I think she has something to say to you.
Yeah, I think Bert he walks over and then he if he didn't already, he like steps out of his armor and just like kind of like starts setting up a little like, tinkering workstation there. And without, like, he asks, but like not really seriously, like, can I join you? As he's already like
he's set up next to her.
Just like as a joke.
Yeah, I think she laughs at that and says, "You're a little late in asking, but yeah, it's fine."
Yeah, he smiles.
What is it we're working on here? And she kind of like steps up to the temporary workbench and like looks at it herself.
And he kind of like he looks towards the tower and he's like, I think there's no way around a fight, but I'm still considering if there's any means of a stealthy approach to this tower or the inside.
I've been thinking about that, and before I get into my thoughts, I've only heard from you. I assume you've kind of told her about what has happened in past loops.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
She says
she's been with us for most of them, but I guess
She says, I've only heard from you what happened in these past loops, but throughout the course of today, this loop, I suppose, use the proper terminology.
Proper.
It's strange. I've been experiencing these moments of almost recognition, or deja vu, but stronger.
Okay.
More vivid and clear. And what I'm trying to say is, I think there are pieces of what you've told me that I do remember in the vaguest of terms.
I see. That's quite interesting, seeing as this phenomenon that's happening is supposed to completely reset.
Yeah, she nods and says, yeah, that's the odd bit about it, because I don't remember, but then there are brief moments where it feels like I do.
Is it only in, like you said, in recognition of an event occurring, or is it something like you feel a part of, what am I trying to say here? Like,
you tell me.
Bert's like grappling with this idea, is very, very difficult. Do you feel like you've been with us the whole time? Like, do you feel like you truly remember?
No, I don't. That's the strange thing. It's just, there will be flashes where I know what comes next.
Okay.
And I remember things that haven't happened, but very clearly.
Like what?
Like today, before you came to rescue me from the arena, as I was sitting there, and again, I don't know, perhaps I felt this way in every single loop, but I just had a certainty that you'd be coming through those doors, and then you did. I don't know, maybe I'm making a lot out of nothing, but
well,
it's just odd.
If that's true, then you may not be the only one that's experiencing this feeling.
She nods as if you've hit on exactly her point.
Yeah, right. And that could be... We might have to be a little more cautious than...
I have a hypothesis that the more the group of you who seem to be able to change things in here do so, the more unstable the flow of events becomes, and this might be a manifestation of that. I don't know. I don't know enough about how this works to be clear. It just... And it could be that this is something I felt in every loop. I'm not sure. It's just strange.
Can I make a, perception or investigation or some type of check to, remember any, differences with this loop? We start in the same spot. We meet the same commoners who are very excited about a noble. So, but that event is always the same. The rescuing of Night Mantis has happened, I think, a few different times.
Yep.
In a few different places, or a few different times of the day. But, have the courses, even just the, minor details, has anything, changed? Have I noticed any inconsistencies?
I think there's always... there's always been little differences.
He's just making a bed back there.
There's a dog making a bed behind me. It's fine.
Okay.
There's always been little differences. But for the most part, the big events play out similar enough that you're able to, once you've done something, you can breeze through it pretty easily.
Right.
But there might be a moment where, for example, you're confronting Skulk, and you anticipate that he's going to, he's going to faint right during that fight, but instead he, faints to the left or something like that. Just little differences in results, or presumably in reaction to the little things that you do different, So there's always been those little differences.
But nothing like Skulk has the same, recognition that Night Mantis is sharing, where he's I knew you'd be coming, or
I'm not here. This is above the table, out of character stuff.
Yeah.
That did happen once with Isabella, where she was like, wait, this seems familiar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
Oh, okay. Alright. So yeah, I think Ver just kind of stews on that for a little bit and just thinks hard on if this could be a boon, or if it could be some type of
If you could turn it to your advantage somehow.
Right. So yeah, he thinks about that. Yeah, otherwise, I think he just maybe tinkers a little bit. Unless Night Mantis has something else to share.
Yeah, I think maybe after that she starts thinking about the problem you posed about possible ways around a fight at the tower. And I think she, at the end of it, she just kind of shakes her head and says, I think we need to do more recon, or speak to this Scotty person who's actually been up there. Perhaps she can tell us what the inside of the tower is like, what we can expect on the inside, if there are any other entrances.
Right.
I think without staking it out for ourselves, or getting that information secondhand from this frost giant, I don't think there's anything we can do to plan or prepare.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. Okay. And then, otherwise, like Bert will just offer, like, if she needs, like, to tune up her rifle or anything, like, you know, they can just help each other out and kind of just, you know.
Yeah, maybe she takes it apart a little bit on the table and does a little bit of
cleaning,
servicing and cleaning of the rifle while you've got the workbench set up.
Yeah, they can help each other out, sort of maintenance of their gear and stuff like that, and just chatting. Yeah, that's it.
Just fun sibling artificery.
Yep.
I do want to, after Ellen's done speaking with Aaron, still wander over to where Embers is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Embers. I've been thinking about something.
Can you go ahead and make an insight check? Just because you're going to talk to Embers.
Uh-huh.
And part of this you don't need to check for, but part of this you might.
Okay.
You don't want to maintain the 32?
Can I maintain my 32?
33.
26.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you clock... This is the free part. You clock that Embers is, like, trying really hard not to like, stay away from Aaron. And especially not to, like, look Aaron in the
He's trying to stay away from Aaron, okay.
Yeah.
Another notch on the bedpost.
No, it's not that. And you might think that if you failed your...
If I failed my insight check, but...
You might think that.
Yeah.
But I think that for passing the insight check, you recall all the taverns in Fimir that you weren't able to enter.
Oh, yeah.
And think maybe there's
well, that was the
something
first
going
thing
on
my
here.
brain went to.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. She'll just take note of it.
Mm-hmm.
Embers, I've been thinking, is Art around here too? Art, come over here.
You could hardly miss Art.
Yeah. Come over here.
Yeah.
So, and she kind of is like messing with one of the rings on her fingers. I've been wearing this for a while. I think we found it in a hoard somewhere. Was it? The Ring of Amity? Where did we
That was
find
in the Hoard in Greymantle.
Yeah, so it was actually in the keep.
No, Greymantle. Penitentiary.
Oh, it was in the Hoard at the
in the Hoard,
penitentiary. That's right. Okay. My brain. Time is messing me up a little bit. So we found this in the Hoard in the penitentiary, and I've been wearing it, and it's really nice, and I've been trying to use it to keep Vert alive, but it occurs to me that y'all are up in the thick of it way more often than he is, and you guys might get better use out of it than I do. So if one of you wants to wear it,
Yeah. I'll take it.
Oh.
and then you can basically, if you have to spend some time with it because it's magical, and kind of like bond with it a little bit, but then once you do, you have the ability to you could like touch Art and create this bond through the ring, and then anytime...
Well, and I already have, I think, a bond.
Well,
we're
but...
good friends.
Yes, and friendship is magic, we all know this, but it would be also... you'd be creating a connection using the ring, so that basically, whenever you... Embers, as the wearer of the ring, would receive healing, it would heal Art as well. And I think that would keep both of you if it'll easier, it would make my job as healing you on the battlefield easier.
Embers gives a very like sly, cocky grin. It's like, well, you know, I don't need much healing anyway.
This is true.
In fact, can it trade?
True.
Sure, yeah, that would be okay. I mean,
Okay.
I was just going to give it to you, but sure.
Embers takes off the amulet of health that she has, and says, "This has been keeping me. Honestly, I don't do much with it. It helps me take hits, but I don't take a lot of hits. nights.
You haven't been, for
No.
a while.
No,
I've noticed that.
I'm just a little bit too fast. Maybe it might be better for you.
All right.
And
Sure. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Trade.
I'm
I'm not going to actually give you. It's just a prop. I'm just like actually handing her one of my rings in real life. Here you go. I got too much into the bit. I'm too much into the. Okay, yeah. So we trade. So you now have the Ring of Amity, and I'll take the Amulet of Health. So yeah. Once you're done, attune into the ring, you'll have to actually touch art and do the magic, and I can walk you through it because I've done it. So, cool. Thank you. That's it.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm in.
Awesome.
You can both attune to those.
Attune to the
short
Amulet
rest.
of Health, and I'm also going to spend my my natural recovery to get basically all the spell slots that I spent today back.
Nice. Asked to remind me, this is because we made a slightly less potent version of the normal amulet.
So
Or did we upgrade it?
we upgraded it at some
Okay,
point.
so
It
it's
used
the-
to be
it's the
the
full
amulet
thing.
It's
of
the full Amulet of Health. Okay.
It used to be the amulet of like minor health or something.
Yeah. That's
But
right. That's
it got
right.
upgraded.
I forgot we upgraded it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I am losing 36 max HP this way, but
Oh, I just gained 30.
but also like when does ever dip below 36 HP? Pretty much
Your last
66.
combat.
very rarely. Yeah, but
I
I
now have
went
over
all
90 HP.
You're more than me.
Yeah. Woof. I need it. Apparently, I'm the only one that ever gets hit. So.
It works. So like
If we're getting the
I
benefit
get
of short
healed, does
rest, I'm just
Embers
gonna-
get healed too, or is it only one?
It's only the person that's wearing the ring
Oh, okay.
gets healed and shares it with the person they're bonded to, but it doesn't go backwards. I
Okay.
think is how we've
Okay.
read the
Yes.
rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, it means that if I do like a, what is it? My
Oh, or a fatality.
if I do my Aura of Vitality, and I heal, or I do like my my Druid Circle thing where I can heal a person in a circle, you'd both get it. If I choose Embers, or if I do Aura of Vitality, like you could get double healing potentially from some things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alright, I am also going to roll a little bit of healing over the short rest. I only have 5 hit dice now, I believe.
I'm only
everyone-
missing 2 HP, so I'm not.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to spend
Everyone
anything.
should be down 4 max hit dice at this point. So, 5, I think.
Are we
is
down
correct.
4 already?
Yep. 1 for each loop. Well, no,
It should be 3.
3, because,
This is the 4th.
Oh yeah, my
This is
max
the fourth
HP was bumped up by this spell today too. So actually, I have 80 something.
Oh, so we're at 6.
Oh, because of aid?
Yeah, because of aid.
yes.
Okay.
You should be at 6, because after the first
Oh, yeah,
loop
yeah.
was the
I see what
first
you mean.
deduction, so it's -3.
Okay.
Zach is correct on that.
Yeah, that's right. So I actually have.
And we need someone around who can do math.
This is gonna actually help.
I was gonna say literally, thank God.
This is gonna super help my con saves too. So thank you.
I think this is a great move.
It's a great swap. I'm sorry, it was very special and I loved it a lot, but it makes more sense this way.
Zach's also.
Zach just
I'm
gave
a little
me.
upset.
Zach just gave me this stink eye.
I'm a little
Why are
upset.
you upset? You never
it's
need
fine.
healing.
I try, though.
You try to need healing?
Yeah,
I try to
I'm
need
there.
healing.
Well, you got an
Nothing's
AC of
hitting me.
26.
I know, I have a lot of armor class right now.
My life is hard.
I know.
Yeah,
Just
your AC is
I'm like
10 higher
an
than me.
impenetrable wall right now.
So
So
you don't
the-
need it. You don't need
A
extra
group of you
help
take
with
a
me.
short rest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unless Art wants to talk to anyone about anything.
Thank you. No, all right.
No.
Which brings us to the hour of 5 p.m. Now I can assume I know what you want to do at 5 p.m. But
5 p.m. is the hour we save Scotty.
6 p.m. is actually the hour we receive
Yeah.
Scotty.
Oh.
Oh,
So at 6 p.m. we would move from the central island to the tower while saving Scotty and doing all that stuff in there. We don't have anything to do until 6.
so
I
that might be incorrect,
That might
or I might have messed up earlier. So I have in my note that Scotty's execution happens in the 5 to 6 hour.
Oh, okay. Well,
that works out.
Yeah.
So we
I'll
will
revise my notes.
save Scotty and head to the tower to do some recon.
I do have I guess I do have a question that's more above table. Are we... When we talked to Vale, what's-her-face wasn't listening to this, right? It was just like us, the party.
Yeah, it was just the party.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering, if... I guess a fear is that, once we're up there, why would this person trust that, the way to save things is by letting this thing out? So I'm I do wonder if we should have Vale and them talk, or if... I don't know.
Have Vale talk with who?
Aaron.
Aaron.
And sort of explain the plan.
Oh, well, yeah, so
Yeah,
I figured
because,
at the end of our long rest we'd come together and kind of make a plan before we have to go save Scotty, right? As the last bit of our long rest.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
I don't
know how much we want to reveal. I don't know if we need to hide anything per se, but how do we feel about...
Yeah.
I mean, we did tell Aaron that we were going to get something important.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we got out, did we show her Vale?
That's up to you.
Yeah, that's what I don't
Can't
know.
remember
I
what we
just
said last
don't want it to
episode.
seem... Because she's giving us her trust...
Yeah.
And if it looks wait, they're accelerating this, it could turn into a fight with her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
We
Definitely need to talk about the plan before we head over there. That's true, yes.
For what it's worth, it doesn't necessarily need to happen in this period. It can also happen after we have Scotty with us, because that is another person that we might need to convince, because we don't want an angry giant coming at us thinking that we're betraying them. So
right,
it might be
in some sense it does,
group combo.
Yeah, in some sense it does make sense to wait to plan until we have Scotty so that we can include her in our plans.
Can be a conversation on the way to the tower.
Yeah, so it'll be short rest, let's go save Scotty, and then we'll make a plan. Okay.
Yeah, I think, so for what it's worth, I think that would have been my art conversation. It would have been going up to when the i.e. who Art assumes is the leader, or at least the best speaker of all of us. And I was I have these concerns. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we will cross that bridge. I don't see any reason to hold anything back. I'm sensing that we can trust her. And
I get good vibes.
She needs our help. So I think there should not be any surprises for any of us.
Okay. Great.
But for now, let's focus on Scotty. Okay.
Okay. Then, as part of the 5 to 6 hour, you rescue Scotty, and then... Did you want to travel somewhere?
I think we're going to the tower, right?
To the tower?
Yeah, the plan was to go to the tower, but we need to make a plan before we actually physically go to the tower.
You can, you can talk on the way, or you can talk as part of rescuing Scotty, whichever way you want to do it.
Right.
And it doesn't really matter.
Because I don't want to just rush over there without a plan.
So, okay, we can say you rescue Scotty, and then Cloud Giants dead on the floor. The Death Giants have kind of retreated to their corner, and you've got Scotty in the church. So you've got Scotty, Aaron, Viren, Emilio, Maria, and Night Mantis. Yeah. You've got your entire crew here.
Okay.
And Vert knows the secret to tell to Verja that will get him up to speed, basically.
Yeah. It was given a special phrase or whatever. Yeah, in Giant.
Which you've spoken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Say the words.
I forgot about that,
words.
So you've got all of your friends here in the temple with you.
So we need to figure out the best way to approach the tower and to get to the Nexus. We have reason to believe that what is causing this time loop that we're all trapped in is the rupturing of the Nexus. And we need to prevent the rupture from happening.
I need to ask a clarifying question just
Yes.
because I thought of something funny and I need to know if it's the case. Have you propped up the staff as part of your circle of people gathering to talk about this as if
I would be holding it.
I think, yeah, Art would be holding it. Maybe Ellen and Art are standing kind of at the front of this circle. Are we? Yeah, I think Ellen will just look at Art and kind of if you want, this is this staff was your mission. If you want to share it with them, now is your chance. However much information you want to share is up to you, but I think we can trust them.
Yeah, I think he would just let Vale do the talking, but so yeah, I think he'd turn it to her Vale,
Please introduce
these
yourself.
please introduce yourself. These are our allies. We trust them, but they need to know the plan, because to an outsider, what we're intending to do might look
sus.
yeah.
I think all of you can feel an expansion of the connection that you feel when Vale touches your minds collectively to speak to multiple people at once, and you can feel that kind of the circle of that grow outward to include the other people here. And I think Night Mantis is well prepared for it, but I think probably Aaron, Viren, and Scotty kind of you can see tensing in them for a brief moment, but then Vale speaks and says, "Hello, yes, as the Silver Seekers have told you, my name is Vale. I was once an ancient gem dragon who traveled in the company of Stratos and Syros in their original mission to save this land and its people. And I'm hoping that with all of your help, we can save the people of this city. By the way, I know Vale can be hard to say. If any of you want to just call me Vala, that's okay. Right, anyways, so to explain the plan, and I think she does go into a truncated version of what she went into with you, and by the end of it, Scotty's left scratching her head, and Aaron, I think, has this furrowed brow look. Viren has gone off into a corner by himself and just left this conversation.
Introvert dragon.
I love it.
Yeah. Night Mantis is nodding because she's heard this before from the group of you. But Scotty says, "Well, this is a crazy plan, but if it is the only way, then we will do it."
Thank you. Scotty, you so far are the most knowledgeable about the tower, the entrances, the layout. Can you get us in there?
She nods and says, "Yes, I can. To my knowledge, there is only the one entrance, and it is guarded by my kinsmen, but it may be possible to draw them away with the right clever deception. I may be able to get them to leave their posts, depending on what the League has told them about me and what I did at the top of the tower. I can try that. And then I can let you in. Once within the tower, it will be a long ascent to the top, but I do not think you will meet with much opposition until you reach the peak of it.
Would you be able to accompany us to the top, or would you?
She nods and kind of rolls her shoulders and says, "Oh yes, I owe a certain fire giant rematch, and she cracks her knuckles.
That's great.
Yes, I will go with you to the top.
All right.
Scotty, does she get a chance to heal during this?
Yeah, this can be considered like a short rest for her. As well. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know if we had to like cast spells or something. Or
no, when you did this previously, she had a short rest to recover. So
right.
my assumption is she's doing that.
How many of us are there right now? There's the 4 of us, Maria and Emilio, and
Night Mantis, Aaron and Viren.
Scotty. I don't know if Viren can come.
well, so I can cast water breathing again.
The toilet.
Viren will not need it. He can already breathe water.
Great. Yeah, so we could... I was just thinking about getting us over there if we just need, like... I don't know.
Viren can also... Like, Viren has a fast swim speed. He can ferry several people as well.
But, like, if we want to get over there undetected...
I think we've already got water breathing on right now.
Well, we do. But those of us who have joined us
I
since...
see.
Who weren't with us when I cast it this morning. Or last night. I was just saying, it's an option if we want to approach underwater. We can.
Are we bringing the kids with us?
So this is where Ethan tells you something, which is for the confrontation atop the Nexus, you have way too many allies. You'll be getting a reinforcements table based on who you bring with you. So they won't be in any danger if you bring them. The assumption will be they're like staying at a safe distance and like helping you out, but
like casting spells from the side.
helping you in a safe way.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in the battle with in Emberhearth?
Correct.
Like
yeah.
when the wind nexus. Okay.
Where I basically give the party some legendary actions to use.
Right, so
which
we could
is
theoretically
flavored as your
bring-
allies.
We can bring everybody.
And
You can bring everybody.
They'd be safe. Okay. So yes, of course we're bringing
Okay,
them,
that's
because we
great.
don't know what's going to happen. We
The
don't know
only-
how we could get separated.
The only difficulty I see is getting Viren up to the top of the tower. I don't know if he'll fit in the staircase.
Is he large?
Well,
If I fit and I do, he will.
Okay.
I could also,
However,
if he's willing, make him much smaller.
the tower may be warded against his kind. I cannot be sure.
Would it be warded against a small little bunny rabbit?
She shrugs and says, "I doubt it," but
Because I could change him into something harmless for a limited time, just to get him in, if we don't want to. I mean, I don't reckon he'd be very happy with that.
if you're looking over into the corner where Viren is sulking, he's got his head like looking at the conversation, and as soon as you look at him, he whips it away.
I could make him
Oh my god.
something more regal, like a bearded dragon or an iguana.
You just see like the puff of green smoke go up from his nostrils. Just like he's puffing smoke rings.
Or a
of,
falcon.
Like toxic.
Perhaps. You know.
Yeah.
A snake. Something with a little... Anyway. Yeah, I would assume that if they were transfigured via polymorph, they wouldn't read as dragon to any wards, but I don't know how wards work.
Scotty kind of shrugs and says, "Unfortunately, neither do I."
It's an option. I don't reckon we want him flying around outside the tower unless we're asking them to create a diversion, which...
I think Scotty will say, after you say that, the top of the tower is above the clouds, so it might be safe, but... She shakes her head. You said this all ends how? I do not... As you can see, I have not been on the tower the entire time in these past loops that you call them. So, I don't know what transpires up there exactly.
Can Owen create a minor illusion of, like, the city that they saw last night and what it looks like?
Yeah, and you can kind of like speed time lapse it through like the last few hours of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Scotty watches that and says, it might be safe up there for him up until this point. And she points at it like at the point where there's that power surge.
Pause.
You know?
Scrub.
There's that surge that like breaks the lightning rods at the bottom. And she says, something happens here. I think things will grow more dangerous at the top after this point.
Is that the
If I
point
had to
of the
guess.
actual rupture?
She shrugs. I think Vale, though, chimes in and says,
Or is that when all the lightning strikes earlier in the afternoon?
Vale says, my vision from my position within the horde of Vidun is limited. I can't see all. Particularly, I cannot pierce the veil between this plane and the plane of lightning, where the giants apparently go to undo the chains that hold Lythura in place. But if I had to guess, that moment likely represents something significant that happens on that plane. Perhaps the breaking of the chains, or the moment that Lythura first surges against the Nexus and attempts to get out. But I would agree with your giant friend, Scotty. I suspect the top of the tower will grow more dangerous after that point.
And I think we should get there as soon as possible.
We should. Should we just try to get above the clouds and approach the top? Or should we go in through the door?
Kind of, not in reference to that topic, but the topic before. Vale says, I do have a fear.
Yes.
I do fear... You'll recall I told you I won't know exactly what I need to do until I'm up there. I do fear that I might not be able to do it until after that point.
So, they just have to go up the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think Scotty chimes in and says, perhaps if we go early, though, we can
Take control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
teach someone a lesson before things get too dangerous.
that would be great. Yeah. We should go now.
I agree.
Are you rested? Are you ready?
Yeah, I think she's like finishing wrapping up
Yeah.
like all of the wounds on her and things like that. And she like stands and kind of like shakes the ground as she does so, and kind of like takes like a test swing with her axe, winces a little bit, like adjusts some of the bandages, and then like swings it again and says, "Yes, I'm good to go."
Did we search the Cloud Giant's body? That loop that we
I
actually...
think I can't remember.
I think you did, and I
did.
don't think you found much of
There wasn't
anything.
much.
I just wanted to check and see if we had anything like league related that we could use. Dispelling wards or something like that, right?
I don't think there was anything
Blocking
like that.
lightning. Okay.
Scotty will say, if you want me to attempt to draw my kinsman off, is there anything that you can do to help make me, perhaps with magic illusions, make me appear less beaten up than I am? It kind of ruins the illusion of command if I try
The
to.
answer is probably.
I don't have prestidigitation, so I can't actually clean her up.
I have mending for like her
You've got a disguise
clothing
kit,
and stuff.
don't you?
I
Yeah,
have
that
a
would help.
disguise kit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was looking for magic to see if I had something I could do. I used to have. Well, no, I guess that's just disguise self. This is just self.
Yeah, I just have minor illusion, but that only lasts for a minute,
Okay.
and it's stationary.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a disguise kit, so I could, like, you know, use essentially, like, makeup or whatever's in this,
Yeah,
like,
you'd
that
need-
type of stuff to, like...
You'd need a lot of makeup, I think, more than you have in a disguise kit.
Well, as an artificer, I can make any type of tool that I want, right?
Just as many
I
as
think
you
so.
want?
I don't know if there's a limit. At least I don't... Well,
You tell me, what does it say?
Like,
Is there a limit?
see, here's the thing, is that, like, we're going to be switching rule sets.
No, okay, but we're
too.
using this rule set for
Okay.
now. So for this rule set, is there a limit?
Let
I'm
me look.
bending the rules to your advantage.
Zach's like, can I use whichever rule set is better?
Yeah, let me just pick whatever the best one is. Okay,
Use my
you
intelligence.
can magically create one set of artisan's tools and space within 5 feet of you requires, I see, 1 hour of uninterrupted work. Which can coincide with a short or long rest. So... Disguise kit...
The only thing
Is it
I can
cool?
do is magically enhance your ability to be able to deceive them, for example.
That could work.
But it only lasts an hour. But I could do that.
If I've taken more than an hour, I think I've failed.
Yeah, that's true. So I can cast that on you when we get close.
Okay. It's up to you, but yes, that is Ethan saying if you want to, like, I'm gonna make this as a roll.
Yeah.
So if you want to buff Scotty's
Yeah,
ability
I
to
can
deceive
give Scotty,
her kinsman, this is the time.
I could give Scotty advantage that way, or I could use illusions to back up whatever lie you're telling. Like if you're saying, "Come over here, we have to see this," I can create the sound of something, or I can create visuals of something.
Disguise kit doesn't have a good explanation. It says utilize, apply makeup, DC 10. It doesn't have a, like, the old rule sets had, like,
Yeah,
you get
so
a
many
pound of
ounces or
this
whatever,
and ounces of this.
I'm gonna say that the disguise kit you have on you and the one you could conjure, those two would not be enough to fully disguise her, unfortunately. You'd have to use the conjure disguise kit multiple hours, I think, to get enough to have enough makeup to apply to a giant.
Or just, like, based off what I do have, would that help the check in some way? To
Yeah,
take
you
out the more
could.
serious areas or something, maybe?
What's your proficiency bonus right now? Is it +4?
+4.
If you want to expend your disguise kit,
Sure.
you can give her half of your proficiency bonus, so +2 to her roll.
Cool.
I'll allow that. Yeah. So you spend part of the council time just climbing up on Scotty, just touching up areas of bruises.
I
and
can fly,
burns.
so I can just
That's true.
cover and yeah. But yeah, I spend that time sort of applying makeup to the more severe critical areas that need some touch up.
Can Embers climb up her back and help fix her hair
Yeah, sure.
From whatever
roll-
dis-
Scotty makeover
from
session.
whatever disheveled state it's in?
Roll just a sleight of hand check.
Sure.
You're
So I-
giving tuppence right now, and I love it.
So I feel like I'm doing disguise kit for the wounds, and I'm using mending for her armor, clothing, and mundane sort of equipment to spruce that up too.
21.
Yeah. Okay. And then Embers goes and cleans up the hair. And I mean, what kind of style do you want to do it in?
I think something severe and imposing.
Yeah.
It's like a mohawk.
Okay. I will give her a +4, and then if you cast your spell,
I'll cast enhance ability
so
on
that gives
her.
advantage.
Yeah.
So advantage and a +4.
We have our spokesperson.
Okay.
President Scotty is ready for battle.
Okay, let's go.
So you spend the 6 to 7 hour traveling.
Yeah.
Not the 5 to 6
Not the
hour.
5 to 6 hour.
You spent the 5 to 6 rescuing Scotty.
And traveling.
And then traveling.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
traveling,
that's correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
Phew.
Yeah.
Correct. So you are at the base of the tower at the 6 p.m. hour. The clock in the distance chimes 6 times. Let's get some music here. How close do the group of you get? Or like you send Scotty off ahead of you.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
how
it's
close
kind
do
of
you get?
her plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's her plan, so, like, we don't know what she's planning to do or say to them, so I don't know. Are we gonna... We would have discussed this ahead of time, but are we gonna, like,
Hang on.
come up from what?
So does Vale, she can basically connect everyone via some type of message-like thing. What's the range on that?
I would say it's not more than like 30 feet.
Okay, so it's worse than like the message
Yeah.
cantrip. Okay.
It's really limited to like initial vicinity.
I guess once Scotty like gives us a signal.
Yeah, because, like, Scotty would know whether we need to stay back or in the shadows or completely submerged so that we're not visible.
I think probably what she would do is bring you around the side of the tower, because there's one main entrance, and that's where her kinsmen are clustered. So she'll bring you around the side of the tower, and you come up off of the lake, make landfall, and kind of like get up against the stone structure. And now that you're like looking up at it from directly underneath, it is dizzying to look at.
Right.
Because it just stretches up and up and up until it hits the clouds and then disappears inside of it. This thing is like 5,000 feet tall.
Jesus. We're not getting dropped off of the edge of that.
Slow fall.
Even Embers would not survive that.
Oh my
Listen,
god.
terminal velocity is a thing.
Yes.
That's true.
I was gonna say that.
And we would be rolling 20d6.
Yeah.
You might survive it.
Well, maybe not anymore. Not
But you
that I've
take-
given
Not now that you've given me the...
You take half of it.
So she brings you around kind of like the side of it, and then goes and approaches the group of giants that are kind of clustered in front of it. So the group of you from around the corner can kind of like hear what's going on, but maybe don't have visual of it. From where you are, you can hear the... it's almost like the ground around the corner of this tower is constantly rumbling and shifting as a significant number of giants are just like moving around and kind of patrolling around that area. And each footfall of theirs shakes the island that you're on.
Oh my gosh. That's so cool.
And you're kind of just like huddled in kind of the like low fog mist that has come up off of the lake and onto this island and up against the tower. And you hear Scotty go around the corner, and she sees the group of her giants. And remind me, how many of you speak giant?
I think. Was it...
I don't speak giant. No, they had to carefully teach me a word or phrase.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. So none of you speak giant. Okay. So you just hear like... You do? Art does?
No, I laughed.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I do, and I was like,
No, it
oh.
wasn't
Wait,
just a lot.
wait. One of the children speaks.
Oh, that's right. Emilio was translating
That's
for
right.
us.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Okay.
Wasn't it Emilio?
Yeah.
So you have Emilio
I think
kind of
so.
whispering to you as you hear these giant voices rumbling around the corner. And Emilio says, okay, I think Scotty has made contact with them. The one that's in charge there seems suspicious of her. He doesn't want to let her pass. He's not sure why she's here. And she's explaining. Okay.
She just got back from the hairdresser.
she says that this other giant, this Imd, sent her on a mission in the city, and that the Silver Seekers are here, and that they're being told, these guards are being told that they need to go into the city and confront the Silver Seekers. And then we'll see how she does.
Oh boy.
Okay, so she has many bonuses.
What is it? An additional +4 on top of her.
She has a +4.
How far away is Scotty from me? Just wondering.
Probably like 60 feet.
Yeah, you'd say about 60 feet.
But also out of visual range if you need visual.
Come on.
Unless you want to make a stealth check.
We are hiding.
If you want to make a stealth check, then you can be in visual range.
I'll think about it.
This is your last chance.
Let her do her thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
It's really funny.
I already helped.
Let's see. So she has advantage and a +4.
Come on.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no, that face.
I'm scared.
And insight. Remind me what stat that goes.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
That's why Ellen's so...
Nervous.
She's really good at it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Emilio says, it doesn't sound like they're taking the bait. They're getting angry. Scotty's getting angry.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wait, don't go yet. They're backing down a little bit. Okay. I think she's intimidated the other one. Yes. Okay. Things are calming. He's just listening, and all you guys can hear is like Roger. Just like these loud giant voices.
I don't want to just hear that.
I mean, yeah, that's what we would have got if we forgot that Emilio spoke it.
And he says, "Oh my God, I think she did it." And you start to hear those like rumbling footfalls, but they're receding. And Emilio looks at you and says, "The one that was leading them, he agreed, and he's taking the other giants and leaving Scotty to guard the door."
This is crazy.
I think we did it.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
And you hear those rumbling footfalls going away. And I think probably from your like hiding point, you can see a frost giant and a contingent of hill giants, probably like 5 or 6 of them, kind of wade into the water off towards the central island.
Oh my gosh.
And once they get far enough away, if you come around the corner, you see Scotty standing in front of the door, and she gives you like a shrug. Let me tell you. With advantage.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 5 and a 2.
Oh no.
Okay. Scotty has a persuasion and intimidation, or just intimidation bonus of +6 naturally, so +10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 15.
So 15, and the frost giant needed to roll an insight check of 15 or better, right? With no bonus to it. Wisdom is +0.
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 14.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that was so close.
We did it!
Yes, Scotty!
Yes! Our bonus is
Oh my gosh.
Scotty.
Yeah, so you come around the corner and Scotty says, "I don't think we have much time, but if we are going to go in, I say we do it now."
Did you have to send them after us, though?
Deception is not my
It's
forte.
Fine.
It was the only thing I could think of that would draw them off.
It worked. Thank you.
And she
Let's
kind of
go.
like
Embers pats Scotty on like the ankle. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's his height,
you can relate a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this either, Scotty. Don't worry. But it works out for us sometimes.
It worked out. All right, let's go.
You walk up to this door, and it is a giant-sized door. So it is built to accommodate people probably up to like 25 feet tall. And it is this big, heavy stone door. And Scotty takes her axe and slices her palm and pushes her palm against the door. And there is a flash of magic. And then the light fades, and she is able to pull the door open, revealing an interior space within that is, since this tower is pretty much just like a huge circular construction, within there are 4 staircases built for giants, meaning that each step is about 3 or 4 times taller than your average step.
Oh my goodness.
4 of these staircases spiral up.
So they're kind of like...
Yes, intertwining around, all going up towards the top, and they just rise up and out of sight. And above you, way, way, way high up at the top, you can see the blue glow of lightning, and it flashes occasionally.
Oh my gosh.
And she says, I told you it would be a long ascent, but should be mostly unguarded at this point.
Yeah.
Is Viren able to enter?
Did you try and polymorph him?
I haven't yet, but I
Would
can.
we try that before or after he would attempt to go in?
Is it going to set off any alarms?
Yeah, exactly. Would we know that is there a way we can tell what kind of words are in place, or
none of you speak giant.
So
Emilio can roll an Arcana check.
Scotty does too.
That's true, but so Scotty can roll an Arcana check. Yeah. Do you want Emilio or Scotty?
Who's better?
Who's better?
Probably Emilio.
Oh yeah, help each other?
I don't think Scotty can help with this necessarily.
Okay, that's fair.
Can I help though? If I'm somewhat versed in...
I think you kind of have to know the meaning of giant runes for this.
Okay.
It's actually not that different between the two of them. Well, Emilio can try. Emilio rolls a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, he kind of looks, he inspects the door and he shakes his head. These runes here are, they're a more ancient version of any of the runes that I've ever seen in use, so...
Alright.
I don't know.
Well, what do y'all think? Do we see if he can come in? Or do we not risk it, not just...
I'd rather not risk it. I think between the 8 or 9 of us, we've got it covered.
But I could polymorph him. I could change him into something. Small animal, a beast.
Ambrose looks back skeptically at Viren and is like, I don't think he'll let you.
But if he does, do we want to try that, or do we just ask him to meet us at the top of the tower? I think at this point Ellen's looking at Aaron.
Yeah, what does Aaron think about this?
I think she kind of comes up and looks at the runes skeptically and says... And she looks back to Viren. Maybe he guards the way here, in case those giants try to come up after us.
Is there a way you can signal him to meet us up there? Or would you rather him not risk it?
I think it'd be better if he didn't try to ascend the tower after our experiences the other day.
Okay.
And she kind of looks over to Viren and she gives him kind of a questioning look. And he just kind of huffs and skulks over into a small group of trees.
That's what he likes to do, right?
Yeah.
Just to hang
It's kind of hunkers down.
He's gonna growl at the giants as they come by and scare them.
I mean, if they spot him, if they come back and spot him, he might have to do more. So let me make a stealth check for him. He's very good at these. And I'm going to give it an advantage for being in the trees. Okay. It is noted. Okay.
Okay. Then let's begin. I think Elwyn will cast Spider Climb on herself to get up the stairs.
Yeah,
easily.
I mean, it is arduous
Yeah.
if you don't have a climb speed like Embers or a fly speed like Vert. So really it's just Art who's going to be struggling.
Hold on.
And Maria and Emilio.
And
I
Maria.
can, wait.
I think maybe Scotty like picks up Maria and Emilio. And
Yeah, I
puts
was
them
gonna
on her
say-
shoulders.
Maybe a couple
I
people
can
right on their
fly.
shoulders.
Yeah, that's
Is
true.
it-
You can if you want to.
Is it limited use fly?
Yeah, but we had one long rest, and am I trying to save it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably.
I mean, it's up to you. Do you want it for later, or do you want to use it on this? The other option, I mean, I can...
Oh wait, I'm also so buff. Wouldn't I, be a great climber, actually?
You would.
What
Yeah.
if I rolled
Look,
athletics,
okay, man,
you
hang
know?
on.
Like, what if I'm
Wait,
just like...
wait. Your jumping height is already higher than the stairs.
That's true. You can just jump up the
So you-
Yeah,
stairs.
there we go.
Yeah, so
You're doing. This is Art's gym day. He's doing
Yeah,
box
it's leg
jumps.
day, it's leg day.
It's leg day. It's leg day. He's
it's
finally. Just going super fast.
yeah, exactly.
Roll an athletics check just for fun.
Yay!
I love that the three of us are like, yeah, no.
16 plus 11.
Yeah, it's
So
like
you're like
plus
actually
13.
jumping 2 stairs at
It's
once.
plus 13 now.
Oh, it's plus
29.
13 now.
Wow.
Wow, 29.
yeah, you.
3
Yeah,
stairs
I mean,
at once.
like Zach says, you're jumping multiple stairs at once.
He's like going faster than any of us.
Yep.
Even Scotty.
Yeah, I think Scotty just says, "God's damn, man, slow down."
Don't burn yourself out
Like
before
the
we get
shell
up there.
of Genbu. Slow down. Also, we should probably,
Yeah, we're
Yep.
wrapping up.
okay.
Just wanted to get to a certain point. So climbing the tower is going to take your
Our hour.
6 to 7 hour. So you arrive at the top of the tower.
There's one thing I want to do.
Yes, as you climb.
Yeah. I think at some point during this ascent, Ember's just stops to take a breath and just looks up at the stairway again and realizes she's seen this stairway before. This exact stairway. And thinks back to the reading that she got,
Mm-hmm.
which was the stairway.
That's right.
And thinks back to how all that reading went for her. And even though she's surrounded by 9 people at this point, just feels this weird sense of loneliness as she remembers the rest of the reading, the ruin card that also got pulled during that reading.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of as many allies as she has here, just thinks I wish Kishira was here. And I think anyone who's looking watches this sort of snake appear, just blink into existence and starts just crawling around Ember's shoulders as she casts Summon Beast.
Oh my god.
And it's it's a little bit spectral and ethereal for a second, and then it kind of solidifies, and it's got, I think, probably red and black scales to it, like that vest jacket that Kashura likes to wear. But its eyes are green.
Did you just do magic?
I don't know how to do magic.
Then what is that?
Ember's just huh? As surprised as you are. I don't know, but I'm glad it's here. And just puts a hand on it.
And you make the climb the rest of the way to the top of the tower.
I need to turn on Thingamabob.
You will.
I shall.
Thingamabob. It's the proper name.
Thingamaboob.
Oh my gosh.
as the group of you come out to the top of this massive
Actually,
tower.
lightning effects.
Where you can... Oop, there's something weird over there.
Oh.
Let me deal with that. That shouldn't be there. Hold on a second.
What?
Have to... Boop.
This is so cool.
I don't remember the lightning effects in the clouds before.
They were there. You just didn't zoom out far enough before.
Maybe I didn't zoom out far enough. That's so cool.
Yeah, you are up above the cloud level, and so you can see all of the lightning lighting up the dark clouds below. And there are these like big stone pillars and things like that. They don't look like magical or anything to you, but they are covered in like giant runes, and almost, I think, to Elwyn would be familiar things. They're like giant histories like that are written out on these like big monoliths here. They're just like ancient stories of giants that are recorded here at the top of this tower. And in the center of this incredibly massive open air rampart tower space, there is a well that is very familiar to the group of you at this point, because you've seen its exact like twice before at this point, at the Wind Nexus and the Cold Nexus. But from within this one, flashes of bright white and blue lightning are emanating. The tower top, when you get to the top of it, is silent other than the sounds of rumbling thunder in the clouds down below. You only have moments, though, before and during those moments, if you have things you want to do, like drinking your potions.
We get to the top of the stairs, we down our lightning resistance potions. Those of us that need it.
I would need it.
In those brief moments that you prepare, you are alone on the top of the tower, but not long after you get there and finish your preparations, you see a dark black iron hand reach out of the lightning, and it is a hand of giant proportions, and it grabs the edge of the nexus, and another hand follows, and heaving himself up, these massive giant shoulders, clad head to toe in this like dark iron plate armor that almost seems to glow with veins of like heat, as if the metal is like fresh out of the forge, or it is like molten within or something like that, pulling himself up and out of the nexus is an incredibly powerful looking fire giant. And as he kind of stands, climbs onto the floor of this rampart, he like kind of shrugs his shoulders, and you can see like almost the air around him seems to catch fire as he just emanates this like heat wave off of him. Two other on like the other edges of the nexus, two other sets of hands climb out after him, and then finally they're followed by a figure who seems to almost like fly or levitate out of it on winds and clouds, as two more fire giants and a cloud giant emerge from the nexus, and Imd sees the group of you there, this leader of the fire giants. He sees the group of you there, and he says, Silver Seekers. I had hoped that you would give me the opportunity to deal with you myself. I've heard about you. And he kind of like surveys the group of you, and I think he like stops on Art for a moment, and he says, I've fought your ilk before, and I'm eager to do it again. And then his eyes kind of settle on Scotty, and he says, and the traitor, back to be executed by my own hand. Excellent. And he pulls out his weapon, which I don't actually have on the top of my head what sort of weapon it is. I think it's probably this big long sword, if I can recall correctly. And he pulls out this shield that has like a holy symbol of flame on it. And he says, let us waste no time. And he just charges.
Oh boy.
And we will pick up with that next session.
Oh my god.
Thank you to all of you who came to watch. Thank you guys for playing. And we'll be back with more of this Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Hope to see you then. Bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.